Hello, my name is Maggie, and I am a mother of twin daughters, identical twins, and my age is 51. My twins were born almost 6 months ago, and I was born in the Netherlands, which would make me Dutch. And I now live in the capital of France, Paris, together with my husband. We're both ex-principal dancers, he in classical ballet, myself in contemporary dance. I'm also a choreographer, and we now co-direct a dance school. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because I was hinted or tipped by several of my friends who said, Maggie, why don't you make videos about breastfeeding, how you breastfeed your two girls, and tips how you handle it and how you managed at age 50 to become pregnant, and how you managed to bear the fruit all the way to the end. Several friends asked it repeatedly, and then I said, okay, let me try. And yeah, it's a pleasure to be here with you. This is my second video. And I would like to talk today about teething. So my girls now, they're almost 6 months, and they started having like two little teeth in the bottom about 6-7 weeks ago. And I would like to talk about teething, how to deal with breastfeeding in general, breastfeeding twins at the same time, breastfeeding while they're teething, and also about how there's a link to my dance career. Now, let me start with that last subject. Often people think that when you're a dancer, you're very slim and very, very slender and very supple, and that's basically it. What I recognize more as a typical character or quality of or identity of professional dancers is very strong determination, and actually something which might be new to you, I don't know, I hope it's not, a very strong connection to the divine power. And because what people often see, lifting up the legs and kicking the legs, to me actually has nothing to do with dance. To me, dancing is connecting with yourself, connecting with, like I said, the divine power, the energy in the earth. So grounding, like a tree, rooting very deep to reach very far, but also to your audience, and then have a beautiful flow of communication. And so I have been dreaming of becoming a mother for 24 years before I finally managed to have a pregnancy go all the way to the end. I had several miscarriages before, and at the end most people were starting to discourage me. People actually said literally, like, please don't do it, please stop. A friend said, I hope you stop this nonsense idea of trying to continue having a baby. For some reason, getting emotional, and it's affecting my voice. For some reason, I continued. I think it's not some reason. I think it's the reason also that enabled me to have a professional career, about 25 years as a principal dancer. Internationally, is this very strong maybe vocation, calling, I don't know, to persist, to continue no matter what. And it hurt me quite a bit when people made comments like that. I of course recognize that it says all about them, less about me. How can they know what's going on in me? If you hear some voices It's my girls. When they get excited, they go, woo! And there's a wonderful friend with them now, babysitting them. So all is okay. So for me, what made me become a dancer, not even choose that as a profession, but become a dancer or develop the dance part in me, to me is the same actually. For me, the continuation is becoming a mother. So it's connecting, and I see now it's amazing when I'm on stage, um, and I'm digging into the earth to give to the audience, but then you kind of touch it. And now I have dug into the earth, and I was so fortunate to have a fruit in my womb and two babies coming out. And now they're outside of me. And then when I'm breastfeeding, it's miraculous. I'll do another video about that because it took me quite a while to um, find a way in my head to sort it out. Like, where do I end? Where do they begin? And it's all very, very amazing. And now to see them growing, now they're 7.5 kilo, which is considerable because they were born or just above 2 kilos premature. And so we're going to stretch more and more, and still there's this connection. So to me, it's all about connection. Me daring to trust in the power that's within me, and I believe within each person, even within each organic substance, to dig deep and then send that as a way of communicating. And so this, I believe, enabled me, the trust in my strength, in my power, I believe enabled me to persist, to continue to remain positive, despite what all the people and the doctors were saying, and try and eventually succeed. I still cannot believe that I have two babies, beautiful, healthy, and I feel so blessed. So here they are. I'll show my pillow. So here they are, and then normally I have a whole lot of pillows underneath, so they come very high, so I can keep alignment in my spine. But for video purposes, I just show it here. And there they are, and then suddenly with their little teeth, they're biting. Whoo! Yes. So the first time I felt them biting, and I had asked friends like what to do, how do you deal with nursing when the babies start teething? And I had actually found not a single person who could give tips. All the people either had stopped like at 5 weeks or 2 months or 3 months breastfeeding, and my sister said she stopped nursing when her babies got teeth. So I feel there's a big, let's say, a good opening for more information about how to successfully continue breastfeeding while your babies get their teeth. And the tricky part is quite short after they got their teeth, like 3-4 weeks later, we also started adding solid foods. So now they have 4 feedings. I give 4 breastfeedings per day, or per 24 hours. And the third feeding, they get a bit of vegetables. So the girls were becoming rather confused, I guess, when to suck and when to bite. And here was the very first time one of them was biting. And I remember I was sitting here with my girls, very nice, in my meditation, and I felt the pain. And because normally I hold my girls and I have their head, their little head in my hands, so I stay connected. And then because it was so painful. I did this, and which slapped her on the head. And I didn't mean to hit her. It's just I was surprised. And then she started crying. And because she was crying, her sister, because they're identical twins, reacted and started crying as well. So I had two crying babies and pain in my nipples. And I was like, I fully understand and sympathize with women stopping at this point. And I'm not judging. I completely understand, really. I completely understand. It's painful. And if people say there's too much pain, I stop. Right, they are. However, I observed that I wanted to continue, wanted to find a way. So what did I do? And I was reading a book from my grandmother, and that my mother had read. The original version being, I think it's from a doctor called Dr. Spock, a British doctor. And the first version was, I think, 36, and I have the modern version of 1960. And there it says you should firmly say no to the baby. Now, of course, babies age 4 months or 5 months, I think they don't understand what it means. No, they're just trying, they're doing, and they mean no harm. So they will not understand when you say no or yes. They are. And to me, all that is good. However, it's painful for me. So they're discovering their teeth and using it, which is the goal. However, if they use it on my nipples while we're feeding, not a good idea. So how to make them understand? So I tried what I read in this book, because it was the only source I had for breastfeeding beyond, like 3 or 4 months. And I tried to say no. And I was laughing a bit. I showed my husband, I said, it says here, say no in a firm way. So I said, no. Of course, I said it in my language. And then I thought this would never work. And actually it did. So the slapping didn't work. Again, I didn't slap her. I just had it here. And I was so surprised. I was startled. And so my fingers hit her head, the poor thing, when she started crying. So there was big confusion with my 2 girls, as well as with myself. And I apologized immediately. I said, I'm so sorry, I don't want to hit you. And of course, they don't understand what it means to hit and pain. They don't understand that. And then when I looked them in the eyes saying, no, it's different than openness. And then I took their little hand and then took one of their fingers very gently in my mouth, and I sucked, and I said, good. Like, I have a habit of praising them when they do something, like basically many things. I will say, when they have pee-pee in the diaper, I'm like, goed zo, or popo, also goed zo. So I'm encouraging them as much as possible. And so I thought, okay, let's encourage them. So far I've been either encouraging them or being more neutral. It's like, okay, or like, yay. So I took the little finger and made a soft sucking, and I said, very good. And then I bit very gently. And I looked like that, and I said, no. And this, I felt it was working. And it was very, very special, because my child was looking at me with big eyes. So I was trying to teach her the sucking is good and the biting not. And also I was trying to be more open to what must be a lot of confusion for them, because they're getting teeth, which they didn't have before. They're getting as food not only breastfeeding but also vegetables, and then being taught what to do with one source of food and what to do with the other source of food. And this so far has been working, and it only works, here comes the interesting part, it only works when I send everyone away, because first time I had the pain, and I was so startled, I screamed, ow! And the girls crying, so my husband came running. And then there was a whole like, oh, what's going on? And what should I do? And people trying to help. My husband tried to help. And another time, one of them, my friends who's helping me with the babies, was like, oh, I should help. And my intuition told me to send everyone away. And even though the girls were crying, I said, please go away. And I didn't know what to do. I just knew I had to be alone with my girls to get in touch with my intuition. Again, reconnect to my source. So I said to my husband, please go away. And he was very confused because crying girls, and he wanted to help. And I said, go away. I had to be very strict, very firm, go away. And he did not want to leave me alone with crying girls. I said, go away. And then the girls calmed down. I could reconnect. And I tried to send them the information saying, okay, I understand you're confused. I totally understand the confusion, because all you were used to is breastfeeding. Now suddenly there's this new source of food, which you have to take in a different way, starting to use your teeth. So I totally understand it. You're like, okay, there's new way of taking in food. Maybe I apply it also to the breastfeeding. And then only when I was alone with my girls, I could find the voice within me giving me the answer. And I guess this will be different for every woman, but this is what my body, my voice told me. Just gently take them away from the nipples, and explain very gently, very calmly. And so I had to bear a bit of pain. And I was thinking, okay, I'm not going to, stress with the pain. I'm going to, okay, take the source of pain away, explain, and then say, shall we try again? So I calmed down, but it was only when I sent everyone away, or everyone was one person at a time. And then it really worked. So this is what I wanted to share today in my video. How I feel that the quality, the energy within me that I have had to develop to enable me to have a long and successful dance career. The determination, the listening to myself, the grounding, and the connecting, reaching outwards. And persisting and believing in myself and daring to be different and follow my own voice. This all helped me have my dance career, become the artist I have been able to become the mother I have been able to become, and now be the mother and mother my children. And I hope this video will help you. And thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.